This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
So Eddie Hearn has said that Anthony Joshua will not only dismantle and knock out Kubrat Pulev, but he will steamroll and knock out Tyson Fury. In fact, he's very, very confident of it, and Anthony Joshua has apparently echoed those words. Now, first and foremost, I know if you're a huge Tyson Fury fan and you don't like Joshua, you're going to say that's impossible, he's never going to do that. If Andy Ruiz Jr. can beat Joshua, what do you think Fury's going to do? And likewise, if you're a big Joshua fan, you don't like Fury, you'll say, of course, Anthony Joshua's going to knock out Tyson Fury. Okay, it is what it is. For me, I'm perfectly down the line. I support both of them. Regardless of what some people may perpetuate, I'm not a Matchroom fanboy at all. I'm a British boxing fanboy. But whoever wins, for me, congratulations to the winner, commiserations to the loser. I don't know either one of them, so I don't have a personal bias when it comes to them. But as far as Eddie Hearn saying that Anthony Joshua will steamroll and knock out Tyson Fury, first things first, he's supposed to say that, okay? He's not going to go, well, I don't really know if Anthony Joshua can knock out Fury. I don't really know if he can beat him on points. I don't know, I think Tyson Fury might beat Joshua. He ain't going to say that, okay, because that's not his job. His job is to promote Anthony Joshua. Much like Frank Warren, Bob Arum, it's their job to say that Anthony Joshua has no chance against Tyson Fury, okay? Now, despite the fact that both sets of fan bases will go at each other and what have you, it's complete polar opposite to how Joshua and Fury are. These guys do actually get on. Are they good friends? I wouldn't say that, but they certainly do get on. They have a lot of respect for each other, and they do talk to each other quite a bit on FaceTime, what have you. But Anthony Joshua knocking out Tyson Fury. Now, some people will say, well, Deontay Wilder couldn't do it, so how is Anthony Joshua going to do it? If you're really thinking that, then I think you're pretty much exposing yourself that maybe you haven't watched enough boxing, because I don't like the saying myself, but styles do make fights, okay? Anthony Joshua isn't one-dimensional like Deontay Wilder, with all the respect to Deontay Wilder, but he's not one-dimensional. Joshua can move his feet. Joshua can hurt with both hands. Joshua has boxing fundamental skills. He's very, very high in ring IQ. Wilder, not so much with any of that, outside of a very, very good punch. So he will have a hell of a time against Anthony Joshua. It doesn't matter how you look at it, whether you think Tyson Fury will win or not, he's going to have a hell of a time with Anthony Joshua. Likewise, Anthony Joshua is going to have a hell of a time with Tyson Fury. Who will win this one? I have no idea whatsoever. I wish I could find my crystal ball and pick out a winner, but I genuinely can't. I can see scenarios for both of these guys winning and both of these guys losing against each other. But again, I support both of them. In some ways, it's almost a shame that these guys have to fight, but for the good of British boxing, these guys are going to have to. And of course, for their bank balances, right? But the way for Anthony Joshua to defeat Tyson Fury is the same way anyone would defeat Tyson Fury. It's heavyweight division. One punch will change everything. It's happened time and time again, and will continue to happen time and time again. Joshua can knock out Tyson Fury with the left or the right. He's very, very heavy-handed with both hands, and Fury knows this. He may not admit it, but he does know this. Now, for Anthony Joshua to do that, he's going to have to pin down and trap Tyson Fury so he can't move those elite feet of his. And that's part of the big game of Tyson Fury that, for me, a lot of people don't really talk about enough, is his footwork. But if he can somehow trap Tyson Fury in the corner or up against the ropes and unload, there's a very good chance that he could catch Tyson Fury with a very heavy body shot or a shot to the head, or the referee can step it in. So, of course, he can stop Tyson Fury. No man is invincible, regardless of how it is that you look at it. Likewise, with Tyson Fury, if he does the same thing with Joshua, there's a very good chance that Joshua is going to get knocked out too. Regardless, you can say Tyson Fury doesn't hit that hard. Maybe Wilder, he can't really take a shot, which is true. Wilder can't really take a shot. But the fact is, he's 6'9". He's going to hurt when he punches, okay? And Joshua will also be aware of that one. So for me, it's a 50-50 fight. And I know some people won't like hearing that, but it is. And the only way for me to be proven wrong, or any of you guys to be proven right or wrong, is for these guys to get into the ring. But in order for Joshua to stop Tyson Fury, as I've just said, it's one thing to say that that's how you do it. It's another thing to do it. So many fighters that I've spoken to who aspire Tyson Fury say that he's one of the most awkward people to land on. Because you think that you're starting to make like a little bit of a headway with Tyson Fury, where you're starting to track his movement, and then eventually you go to trap him so you can unload on him, then he just dips his shoulder, turns his hips, and he's off again. Then you've got to reset and start again. So it's what you see on TV and what you do in the ring is totally different. Totally different. But, I mean, these guys have sparred together before when Anthony Joshua was an amateur and Tyson Fury was a young pro. But that was then. Both of these guys have come on leaps and bounds since then. They really have. But would Anthony Joshua, is he the favourite going to this fight? I don't know. I don't know if he's the favourite. To be honest with you, I think a lot of this is going to be entirely dependent on how Anthony Joshua looks against Kubrat Pulev and how Tyson Fury looks against Deontay Wilder in the third fight. But again, both of their opponents are totally different to each other. Totally different. Just because Fury may handle Wilder no problem doesn't mean they can handle the same way with Joshua. Likewise, with all the fighters that Joshua fought, doesn't mean that he's going to have the same success with Tyson Fury. The way that Joshua fought Klitschko and the way that Fury fought Klitschko has no bearing on this fight whatsoever. None whatsoever. Now, I do expect the first few rounds to be Tyson Fury on the back foot, flicking out the jab, and Joshua trying to track him down. But at some point, the penny will drop and Joshua will just go, right, stuff this and just go for him. At some point, I fully expect that. But again, Fury, for him to stop Joshua doing that, he's got to get his respect earlier on by hurting him. Again, easier said than done. Joshua is a big unit. Just because Andy Ruiz Jr. hit him on the button, on the temple, doesn't mean that Tyson Fury can as well. So for me, good luck to the winner. Commiserations for the loser. Hopefully these guys get it on ASAP. You guys drop your thoughts below as to who you think will win between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. Is Eddie Hearn right? Will Anthony Joshua steamroll and knock out Tyson Fury? Drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.